You may be a kingpin drug dealer who wants the competition out of the way. You may be an elite politician who wants total control and a power play. You may be an aspiring entertainer who wants to have their name in lights. You may be a four-star general who wants the upper hand in a global fight. They're all making a deal. With the chief light bearer from the other side, they're making a deal. It's an alternative thing for one hell of a ride. You a plush cushion to relieve you from your discerned plight. Don't bother to calculate the interest.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com, and thank you. Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
You're listening to my friend Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio, the best in paranormal radio.
Well, John, I can't say we're the best. I can't say we're the worst, but we are definitely on the radio, unfortunately. Well, tonight we had Tim Swartz on. We talked about, well, time travel and a few other things. We're talking about now everything from the pyramids to time travel to parallel universes, planets, maybe going to a parallel planet or a universe. You come back and your wife is not a blonde anymore. She's a redhead. And maybe the Ford you're driving is a Chevy. I don't know. But I mean, yes, all these things is really a heavy topic. What do you think, James?
Oh, yeah, my daggone thing wouldn't work. But, yeah, I agree.
Or you fell asleep, one of the two.
No, I kept clicking the thing, and I don't know if my mouse was acting up or what. I had it on mute, and it was like, why is it on muting? But anyway, I agree totally with you. I mean, all these possibilities, it's mind-boggling, actually. But I still got to say that daggone Mandela effect really got me boggled over the last couple of years. I mean, I literally, Gary, won that championship. I mean, I was big into Monopoly. I've seen that board. I've got a good memory. I actually had a eyepiece to bust the balls of my friends when I won.
Well, like I said, maybe there was a computer glitch. And you know what? The majority of people don't remember seeing it because to them it never happened. We all might be nothing more than a civilization on some type of, well, alien or advanced civilization's computer.
Yeah, and plus some people weren't born certain times or after. And, look at it like this, too. Here's another theory. You have an atom, and in that atom you have neutrons and all those little things moving around.
Yeah, doohickeys and whatchamacallits and doo-bobbers, okay?
Yeah, all those. So all those, say that our solar system to another alien or another realm of existence, we're nothing more than that atom. I mean, these things are all mind-boggling,
Yeah, that's just it. And that's why, like Stargates. I keep going back to that because is that a form of time travel? Because you're leaving our planet, right? You're going to another galaxy somewhere else, far, far out in a matter of seconds. So you have to be defeating time to do that. So that is a form of time travel, wouldn't it be?
Oh, absolutely. I still, yeah. I mean, listen, these UFOs, whether they're us in the future or even aliens or even interdimensional beings, they would almost have to be some type of a time machine. I mean, think about it. Especially like the ones that supposedly abducted Betty and Barney Hill. They come from a light system that was like 39.3 light, or 39. Yeah, I think 39.3 light years away. I mean, that's traveling at 186,000 miles per second, and it would still take you 39.3 years to get there. I mean, that's a long ways off. But to somebody that's got such technology that maybe they use, like you say, a portal or a Stargate or a wormhole or whatever it would be, that machine would have to be such a advanced machine just to be able to withstand these things. Not to mention have the technology to be able to function through them.
Yeah, could you imagine though to be transported all the way across the universe? 100 million light years away in a matter of a split second, and then there you are. Maybe that's how we're being visited, that these aliens are going with their spacecraft or whatever it is, because I don't believe, seriously, that they're going to take the time to send a UFO to our planet and take 100 years to get here. They have to have technology to do it in a very short time. So they're using something to do it. And that's the only thing I say. It has to be.
Oh, of course. And, here's the theory. So, to kind of paint a good picture for you. If you got a piece of paper and we were at one end and these aliens are at the other end, that's a long distance going straight across, say 1,000 light years. However, if you had the technology to warp that time where you can take it like that piece of paper and just bend the two pieces together, you're there instantly, like a wormhole, so to speak. But now technology to do that we know of with our...
Oh. Well, James, you need to call back. We just lost you. That's the trouble with Skype. You can be talking for a long period of time, and it just dies. And there it is. So, it's just like taking a piece of paper and looping it together, and you can be from point A to B virtually instant. So that's how they're probably getting here from across the universe, by some type of way, going through a black hole, a portal, or whatever, to get here. And that's what I think is happening. And that's how I think, we're seeing aliens and stuff like that on our planet. You just faded out to, like, you went through a time warp.
I got to tell you, I must have said some words I wasn't supposed to, because either that or Skype got mad at me. Next thing I knew, I was off the air. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I just listened to you fizzle out and you were gone.
That was weird. I'm sitting here telling you about, how you can bend time, from one point to the next. Next thing I know, I'm like, well, where'd Gary go?
Well, you know what year this? No, you know what year this is. This is 2013.
Oh, good, because I got to tell you, I'm going to be rich in the next 4 years. I'm going to use my memory, and I'm going to take her on home.
I would. You go in the stock market. It's about the right time to do it.
Yeah, it's about time to invest. Well, I need to go back a little bit further and invest in, like, Facebook and Coca-Cola and a few things like that.
Facebook would be the one.
Yeah, I think so.
And then get rid of it by about 2021 before they lose it all.
Yeah.
MySpace. It was MySpace. What happened to MySpace?
Well, they got a lot of space now. They'd rent. Yeah, I think.
Seriously, think about it. Everybody was on years ago in 2011, 12, and 13. Oh, MySpace was it. And it was really popular. And then one day, it just fizzled. It was gone. They went in a time warp. Nobody was on it anymore. They went on to what? Oh, a new thing called Facebook, where you make all these friends.
Yeah, it's all an illusion, let me tell you. It's like anything else, bad management, or think you got a better idea and fix something that ain't broke or isn't broke, and next thing you know, you're wondering, well, why did I got so much empty space on my space? Well, you done screwed it up.
Yeah, well, they did the same thing that somebody else is doing. They started loading it up with advertising.
Yeah, it all resorts to that. And then, next thing you know, you might have 1,000 friends, and they used to all see your stuff, but now only 20 see it. But they'll let all your friends see them if you pay so much money. And they say, well, up to But that doesn't mean even that's guaranteed. As I know through my algorithms, through all my pages and stuff, it's not even near what they say.
No, because a friend of mine who does a biker radio station, it's very popular out there, used to come on Facebook. This is back 2 years ago. And every morning, they would promote their radio station. They would promote, the one guy played in a couple major bands that owns the radio station. And he would promote that by his singing. He made a couple movies about bikers that really were really good. And, in fact, I actually was going to be involved with that as doing a paranormal show with him. But all of a sudden, he messaged me and he goes, you know what? I used to get 5,000 to 10,000 people watching my Facebook Live. Every time you go on in the morning, he would go on, his wife would go on, and they would have a huge listenership. And then all of a sudden it was down to hundreds.
Yeah, so what's that tell you? It's all about the money. They figured out a way. They've pretty much exhumed or exhausted all their ways to make money, and then somebody got a brainstorm in one of their CO meetings and said, hey, you know what? We've got a moneymaker here. Let's see if we can, extort back their friends from seeing stuff, but yet we'll let them see it for this amount, and we'll boost it up to that for this amount of money and this amount. But even that is not, their figures, are not, it doesn't happen. You might get 20% of what they say, and it's very frustrating.
Well, you get 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? You have 5,000 friends. So you post something, and you're thinking, if you're naive, that is, you're thinking, all these 5,000 people are going to see what I message. The only people are going to see it, basically, are the ones that you click like on their post. So if you only been liking 25, 30 people on an average, that means only 25, 30 people are going to see what you post, and that's going to be them. So the rest of the 4,950 people you have are never going to see what you ever post. So what's the point what's the point of allowing you to have 5,000 friends?
Exactly. You're exactly right. Hell, I can prove that just by some of my posts, just my birthday. I've got 700 friends, and I think maybe 60 or 70 of them, about 10%, seeing the notification, roughly about 10%. So that kind of gives you a good outline of, at least for me, of possibly 10% can see what I post. Now, that doesn't mean they see it. They might just scroll past it too,
Oh, yeah, but I remember back a year ago, maybe about 14 months ago, I would go Facebook Live, right, for the show, and I would get 5,000 people within 24 hours that watched it. If I go Facebook Live now, okay, I will have in 24 hours 300 to 500 people, max.
Right. Yeah, you're right. And then I agree with you. I'm same way. Plus, while I'm doing live, I might get up to, depending what day it is, because I got figured out some days are better in certain times. At the best day, at the best time, once I look at my algorithm, maybe a maximum, I've had as high as 23 people live, watching, but usually it averages around 10 to 15. But I've seen as low as 7. So, and that's all 700 friends. So what's that tell you?
Well, they got a cure for it. They want money.
Yeah.
And then if you pay it, you know what? You can have 20, 30 people or 100 people or 1,000 or 5,000 people. Of course, you're going to pay a lot of money for those figures. See what you post. But you know what? Then after you look at it, you see only half what that you paid for actually even saw it. I don't know. But you know what? I got to say this. I think Mothman would look really good in sunglasses. And the reason why I'm saying that is because my dear friend Karen Banks. But you know what? I really think Bigfoot would look better in sunglasses, wouldn't you?
Well, if supposedly Bigfoot, an alien, Elvis, and Mothman all walked into a bar one night. No, I'm just kidding.
We're not X-rated yet. But I will say this. If you want to catch a Bigfoot or a Mothman,